Hi coaches, welcome to day 9 of Coach Basics. I am so excited to be making this video right now. This is a great video to follow after the topic that was yesterday, which Vanessa made a video about announcing yourself as a Beachbody coach. So if you haven't watched that video yet, please go back and watch that. It's going to help a lot more in understanding kind of what to do next. So that is exactly what this video is about. Now that people know that you're a coach, what the heck do you post about? Now, you're going to hear us talk all the time about sharing your life on Facebook. And essentially, what this is you are creating a brand. And today's assignment is going to be coming up with your brand. So, what I always tell my coaches and my team is the brand is always kind of your first name. It's just what I refer to it as the Jackie brand, the Keisha brand, the Vanessa brand, because at the end of the day, it is you. It's your product, it's your life, it's you that the customer is attracted to. Now, I want to take a quick second and point out what ends up happening a lot of times is people sign up and they're so excited and it's so great, but then they spend the next 2 weeks telling their network, oh my gosh, I'm a coach, I'm going to sell Beachbody. But you have to remember your brand just isn't about Beachbody. And a good way to remember this is if you have a certain face wash that you're really into, or even a clothing store or an athletic brand, things that you really like using daily, it's not necessarily that specific product that you fall in love with. It's the overall brand, it's the look, it's the feel, it's the cost, it's the value. It's so much more than that product. And that's exactly what coaching is. It is not just T25 they're buying, it's not just Insanity, but they're getting you. There's something about you that made them say yes. And so that's what we're focusing on in posting our stories on Facebook. So as you're sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, what the heck do I post about? My life is not that interesting. I'm freaking out. Don't worry, we all go through it. There's a few really simple steps you can take though, and really helping you figure out this brand. So the first step is, I'm just going to point out, it really helps if you have a piece of paper to write stuff down with. Kind of just helps with the overall brain dump. But start kind of thinking about what are the 3 most things that you are passionate about. You know, the things that you outside in the world with your family and friends are 3 things that pretty consistently come up in your life. I know for me, it's things like my cat, or I love living in Seattle, or that I'm dating Andy, or, I go do these fun weekend things. I'm constantly busy. Those are kind of my social life, my freedom, my fun. Those are kind of things that I'm naturally talking about. What I'm not naturally talking about is necessarily feeling emotional or feeling really mushy-gushy. That's not my vibe. And so it wouldn't be natural for me to go out into the world and talk like that. So it's probably not going to feel natural to me to post on Facebook like that. So that's kind of the first step. The second one is kind of start thinking about, what do you want people to know about you? Because you are a whole complicated, complex person, and we don't need Facebook to know everything. But what do you want them to know? And I always go into this thinking, okay, if I was speed dating or if I was online dating, what is the best side of myself that I would want somebody to see? And that's what I want my Facebook brand to be. I don't need them to see me when I, wake up feeling a little grumpy, or I don't need to see them if I'm having an off moment, but I want Facebook to see me when I'm growing up and I'm having fun and I'm finding the silver lining and I feel really positive and really pumped up. That's the side of me I want people to see, and that's the side they are going to see. So some things about me is my constant posts are pretty lighthearted. They're humorous. I failed at cooking, or I left my back door open, and I'm going to find the silver lining because my cat didn't escape. Those are the kind of things that I want people to know about me, that I am fun. What is it about you that do you want people to know? Maybe that you're a mom, or maybe you're a student, or maybe you have a passion to travel the world, or maybe you have, bigger dreams that Beachbody can just assist with. There's so many things that you could want Facebook to know about you. And the last topic this is kind of an interesting one, but kind of start thinking about, what is it that your friends already come to you for advice on? And when you really start thinking about what people already come to you for, that's such a great channel for you to target, because Again, for example, all of my friends, if they need a pep talk, if they just need to vent to someone, if they just need someone to say, hey, you know what, it's going to be okay, let's wing it and figure it out, they know they can come to me for that because I'm just so free spirited. They probably aren't going to come to me if they want budgeting advice or if they want financial advice. And so my Facebook posts aren't necessarily going to be, oh my gosh, here's my 5 year plan on my financial breakdown, or here's even like my 6 month plan. Because A, people are going to be like, that girl does not know what she's talking about, and clearly it's not relevant. But if I'm like, woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, but then I found a sock that I lost last week, so I'm really pumped up about it because now I have matching pair. That's what people are looking for. They're looking for that, okay, she had a good Monday, so I'm going to have a good Monday. So start thinking about kind of what people come to you already for. Now, once you have all of these things, all of these ideas, and you're kind of like putting yourself down on paper, pick out those common themes. What is consistent? And when you have that dump on paper and you can see, I mean, you've heard me say like 10 times, I'm positive, I'm happy. So you better believe one of my 5 things is positivity. I'm sure if you know me, you know that Nugget is a huge part of my life. And she's looking at me right now when I said her name. So obviously she's something I'm gonna post about. People respond so well to Nugget. They love the Nugget posts. So my 5 things, and I recommend after you have all these things, narrow it down to 5. 5 broad topics that really hit home with what sums you up as a person and that you want people to see. So my 5 things are kind of, I call them my people, and it's Andy, friends, family, Nugget, the people that make me me. Another huge topic for me is sort of the life of a young adult, and that's where a lot of my cooking fails and my leaving my door unlocked fails or my oven on, those kind of like, holy crap, I'm in my mid-20s, I'm really just figuring it out, I'm going with the flow. There's a lot of people that respond to that because they can relate to it and they're going through it too, and I can be an inspiration for them, like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it kind of thing. I do a lot of humor and empowerment, and again, that comes back to finding sort of that silver lining and that you can do it and I'm here for you, and brush it off, shake it off, whatever. And then the business side of this, and obviously that's a huge one. You're building a business, of course you're going to post about your business, but it doesn't always have to be buy my program, buy my program, buy my program. I mean, you're seeing coaches now, they're posting about how this business is helping them pay their rent, they're helping them travel. This business, the Shakeology made me feel better. My coaching group makes me feel good. So there's so many ways to post about the business that isn't just, hey, buy my stuff. And it's, as a whole, these 5 topics that are really, really, really going to resonate with people and make you an overall kind of a star to follow. You're somebody that people are going to pay attention to. They're going to stop and read your post. And if you're providing value, and I probably should have pointed on this earlier, but value is so important. So before you post anything, even if it checks off one of your categories, really think about, if you were looking at that from the outside in, would you stop and read it? Is it really worth your network's time to read it? Because if it's not, you're going to get a reputation where they're not sure if your stuff is valuable. So really focus in, is this good posting? So with all of that information, the assignment for today is really kind of think about these things, and in the comment section below, post what your 5 topics are going to be. All right, good luck, guys.